We are in Monte Carlo at the Monaco Yacht Show, the largest exhibition of maxi yachts. Here you'll find only the largest and most beautiful boats in the world, including some of the Gulfcraft fleet. Today we will be on board Majesty 100, a new 30-metre yacht from the Emirates Yard, one of the world's leading manufacturers in quality and quantity of boats produced. It's a fiberglass yacht built with advanced technologies that give way to a robust yet lightweight hull to achieve high dynamic performances and excellent stability. The yacht is not very high, but weight reduction is still important, as they have accomplished just that. As always, according to the Majesty style, the outside lines are elegant and harmonious, no extravagant form. Instead, a style of universal beauty that appeals to more than just enthusiasts from only one country or culture, but which will undoubtedly stand the test of time, like a work of art. To give privacy to owners, even when the yacht is moored at the dock, they have furnished the bow not only for sunbathing, with adjustable lounges and mattresses protected by railings, but also to dine, to live it all day. It's a great area.
For the
first time, Majesty has used vertical windows, as is done on professional vessels. They are more effective, especially to improve visibility at night and in bad weather, and the edge of the ceiling protects them. This Sky Lounge is a novelty, a top deck furnished to live in during every season, in this case with a dining area and a salon. Glass and crystal give an aesthetic lightness to the furniture, light colours, fresh fabrics, all of top quality. They can also lower the side windows. It is a really different yacht than others, and this is an interesting idea. They gave impetus to the highest part of the deck house with the roof extension on the fly to cover this area, where there is the kitchen and the bar counter. Is built north of Dubai, but it is an international boat. Aft, sofas, armchairs and tables can be placed at will. You can also install a jacuzzi big enough for 5. The cockpit, already quite extensive, is made larger with 2 side balconies. In the garage, the 385cm tender. Towards the stern, a multifunctional mobile platform that descends underwater or rises to facilitate boarding or disembarking. The main deck is divided into 2 zones, the salon and the owner's cabin. The deck and most of the furniture are bleached oak. The coatings, the finishings, are eucalyptus frieze. The salon is immense and is capable of accommodating many guests, at least 12 on the sofas and armchairs, and 10 around the dining table. They have innovated the style with original lighting in the ceiling and in the bulkhead. The kitchen is simple but functional, and the appliances are the best. The interior and exterior design, all of the planning of the boat is handled directly by Majesty. The windows are almost floor to ceiling, and the last one has a raised central zone that gives motion and incorporates the lighting. The master suite is located in the bow, and we reach it through the study, with desk and built-in vanity. This environment is illuminated by 4 windows along the sides and 2 in the ceiling. This is the natural light that filters from the top deck. At certain times, the artificial light isn't even needed. Along the left side, a shelf with 2 armchairs for breakfast. On the opposite side, a cabinet of identical shape. The closet doors are full-length mirrors. The bathroom has 2 sinks and marble finishes. This huge mirror made up of irregular pentagon shapes is located in the hallway, from which you can access the 4 guest cabins, some with double beds, others with singles. The 2 twin bed cabins are equally bright and have a 3rd bed by way of the couch, with the protection for children. Note that the class, decor, materials, finishes are the same as the main suite. In the bathrooms, the finishes and accessories emphasise the luxury of this yacht. To pilot it, you have to climb up a level, but this is not just a wheelhouse. It is a room so airy and spacious that it can, at some point, become a room for private conversation, or, more simply, the commander's office. For the crew, 3 cabins, all with 2 bunks. Here is another sign of spaciousness of this hull, of 31.7 metres. Before the engine room, the area from which you can control the engines and all the onboard systems. In the engine room, you can have glossy black covers on the engines. Not so easy to keep clean. This V12 lettering reminds us that these engines are 12 cylinders in a V-shape. They are 1,900 horsepower MAN engines. And now, to try the Majesty 100, we'll travel from Monte Carlo to Cannes. And here we are in Cannes.
Al comando del Majesty 100, con a disposizione una plancia enorme dove installare qualsiasi tipo di
At the command of the Majesty 100, with a huge helm where you can install any kind of instrumentation. But near the wheel, throttle, trim tabs, steering and, well, everything you need is right here in front of us, on these Garmin screens. We begin to take some navigation data. Now we are travelling at a speed of 9 knots, with the engine at 940 RPM and the consumption of each unit is 22 litres per hour. I have slightly increased the speed. We are 10 knots. The engines are at 1,100 turns and consumption is now 80 litres per hour total. This means that with the fuel tank we can navigate about 200 hours. At 10 knots, that means 2,000 miles of autonomy. The capacity of the fuel tank is 15,710 litres. This is an economic pace, around 12 knots. At this time, we are consuming about 10 litres per mile, and therefore the autonomy is 1,500 miles, or even a bit more.
With
this wheel, the turn is rather sweet, but if by chance suddenly there was an obstacle in front of your bow, such as a fishing net, you can turn much faster with the tiller. Watch.
La virata è molto pronta e la cosa è piuttosto sorprendente.
The turn is very ready and the whole thing is pretty sophisticated. Obviously, they used very large rudders, because the hull has 2 semi-tunnels that usually tend to slow the rudder action.
E invece, in questo caso non succede. In questa maniera
And instead, in this case, it doesn't happen. With this way, the control is very precise, very quick. The 2 semi-tunnels also serve to boost the efficiency of the boat, and, at the same time, as the shaft lines are less inclined, they even reduce the draft, which in this case is just 1.7 metres.
Adesso portiamo I motori al loro
Now we
massimo
bring the engines to their maximum cruising speed, which for these 1,900 horsepower V12s is about 2,100 RPM. We are sailing against both the sea and the wind, and our speed at this moment is 18 knots. Some other data regarding the capacity of the tanks. The water tanks contain 3,500 litres, but you can also produce it with a desalination unit, 140 litres per hour. Wind and sea here are increased, but the boat continues to navigate at the same trim angle. The pitch is truly reduced to the minimum, the roll as well, but that is due to the stabilising fins.
La massima velocità è di oltre 20.
The maximum speed is more than 21 knots, almost 22 knots, at 2,310 RPM, with a consumption of 700 litres per hour. But more than anything else is the longitudinal stability of this hull. There is no pitch, not even when we hit the waves.
Gulfcraft utilizza metodi di progettazione e costruzione avanzati.
Gulfcraft uses advanced design and construction methods, and with the data we measured today during the trial of this Majesty 100, we can say that their hulls are also efficient in terms of speed and fuel consumption. Of course, relative to the size of this boat.